New details are emerging in the case of Barry and Honey Sherman. A new investigative series by the Toronto Star is bringing to light details about the high-powered philanthropist's finances and the family's battle for succession. Part 2 of the series is available online today. I want to bring in Kevin Donovan now. He is the chief investigative reporter for the Toronto Star, who has been covering this investigation from day one. Kevin, good morning. Glad you could be with us. Let's get straight to it. Why is the Sherman's estate central to the murder investigation?
Well, that's a big question, and glad you posed it. The Toronto Police have said it is embedded. Those are the detectives' words. It is embedded in their investigation. They won't say why. There's all these search warrant documents that we've had some unsealed. Many still are still under seal, and those would tell that tale. And we'll be back in court, the Toronto Star, in April to try and get that answer out to the public.
And according to your reporting, the Sherman's death has caused a rift in the family, essentially dividing them into two camps. How come?
Well, I mean, money is something that can cause a great deal of goodness. It can also cause a lot of hardship. What has happened is that there are 4 children, and the son Jonathan had always described himself as the heir apparent, and certainly Barry Sherman described his son that way in a couple of emails I've seen. But there are 3 daughters as well, and they split the estate equally. What has happened in the last year is that Alexandra Sherman, who is the most outspoken of the 3 sisters, is standing up to her brother, and she wants to make sure she has control over the charitable money, where it goes. And factoring into all this is that the financial advisor for the Shermans that Barry had used for many years, a man named Alex Glassenberg, is now on the side of the sisters. This is not in court. The information I've got here is all from interviews, but it's the sort of thing that I can imagine will one day end up in a civil court.
So what is the status then of the will? Is it in probate?
Well, the will is in probate. It is under seal, and you may recall that the Shermans had it sealed early on, saying that they were worried that if any information got out about the will, harm would fall to the family. We have been challenging that, saying that everybody knows who is in the will. It's not a big secret, and that's before the Supreme Court of Canada, which will make a ruling sometime later this year.
What have been the challenges for you as a reporter trying to uncover the story? Is the family open to interviews, or are they keeping to themselves?
Well, if you see the stories today and over the last couple of months, you will see that there are interviews on the record with family members. They are nervous about it. I find that they'll talk to me for a while and then not talk, and then enter the conversation again. Often there'll be lots of emails providing me with information from various people. I would say that also I have to give credit to the good friends of the Shermans who grew up with them, know them very well. They're couple friends, and they have been very supportive of the work that I've been doing at the Star and in my book, because they feel that some really great people were taken from them, and I would agree with that. And they want to have this case solved, and they see that looking at issues like the will and succession, as well as the police investigation, will have some input into that, and that's why I'm doing it.
There is one more piece to come as part of your 3-part series. I do have to ask you, with the time we have left, do you feel, Kevin, that police are close to solving the Sherman murders?
You know, about a year ago, I would have said they were very close. Now, I think what has happened is that I believe that they have a theory. I believe they have a suspect or suspects, and they're trying to prove it. And I think they are in consultation with Crown officials, and I think they're not there yet. And I do not, I have a crystal ball. I don't expect this to happen tomorrow. It's going to be, still be some months, and could even be years.
Years, my goodness. Kevin Donovan, the piece is fascinating, at least the first 2 that I have read. What a story, my goodness. Kevin Donovan, chief investigative reporter for the Toronto Star. Appreciate your time with us this morning.
Thank you.